Guys, happy Monday and hope you had an even happier Halloween. This week we're going over a self-assessment series. So just doing a couple exercises where you can assess whether or not you have mobility restrictions or things you need to work on. People like to squat deeply, but they're unable to, right? They have restrictions at the hip, knee, or ankle that prevent them from bearing that squat. So we're going to go over a way you can assess your ankle that if you fix this problem, it'll allow you to take your squat to the sunken place. So your deep squats and or the source of some of your movement dysfunction could be at your ankle. How do we check that? We first assess your ankle dorsiflexion, it's the ability of the knee to travel over the toe. So fist wall, get your big toe up to that fist like so. You're going to take that knee, see if you can travel over the toes to the wall without letting the heel come up. Now, if you can do this, you're in good shape. If you can't, that's a problem, and that will adversely affect your ability to do things like very deep squats. So you may be wondering what could cause or what could inhibit the ability of the knee to go over the toe. So a couple things should be happening. Your muscle fibers can be locked in certain positions, like their inability to lengthen and shorten. So your calf could be really tight, preventing thus the knee from traveling over the toe. Also, your anterior tibialis muscles, so that's these muscles right here, these shin muscles essentially, could be locked in a position that prevents the knee from going further over the toe. So how do we treat these issues? I'm glad you asked. We're going to go over it. So guys, we already understand that it is your anterior tib muscles here that help the knee travel over the toe. So how do we strengthen those bad boys? Well, you can take a band, put it under a plate, wrap it around the ball of your foot like so. I'm gonna walk my foot over the edge. Now in this position, the band is currently trying to pull my toes down towards the ground. I'm now resisting that here. So this is active dorsiflexion, active tension with this muscle. And then I'm going to do more than that and try to lift my toes towards my shin while keeping the heel on the ground. And then relax. And I'll rinse and repeat this. I'm not trying to turn my ankle any one way. I'm thinking straight up and straight down, really working those muscles. So if you have not been training your calf in a full range of motion, you are lacking. Most people, when they do calf raises, they go from the ground up and down, and all that does is that tightens the calf muscle up in this position, preventing you then from doing things like allow your knee to travel over your toe. So how do you work your calf in a full range of motion? Let's go over that. So I'm here, I'm gonna start here, and I'm gonna start high. I'm gonna have these in here for balance, and I'm pressing into the plate, and I'm gonna keep pressing into the plate the entire way down, eccentrically loading my calf muscle, make it very long, make it very strong. You know, this week is all about the self-assessments that you can do on yourself in order to determine if you have restrictions and or things to worry about with regards to your workouts and movements. The thing we're looking at today is called the wall angel. What it tests specifically is your ability to extend through your T-spine, that's the spine above your low back, as well as your shoulder flexion. How mobile are you throughout your shoulders? If you have the desire to do pull-ups and or lift heavy things overhead and throw them over your head, and you cannot do this assessment properly, you're actually at risk then for injury when doing the things that you're wanting to do. Wall angel self-assessment today. So you're gonna find a nice wall. You're going to bring one foot against the wall, so heel to the wall, measure 1 foot off the wall with your other foot, boom, and then you're going to lean back against the wall. And we use this assessment to measure the ability to extend through your T-spine. So that's like essentially the spine above your low back, so to speak. And what we're going to do is you want to be able to keep your low back against the wall and have the T-spine against the wall without taking your low back off the wall. So T-spine against the wall, low back against the wall. So if your pelvis is a cup, you don't want it to tilt forward. You don't want it to tilt back. You want it to be nice and even. And if you can maintain that position and then bring elbows and wrists up against the wall, this would be the level 1 of the wall angel. The level 2 is if you can get in this position without pain, discomfort. See if you can then slide your hands up the wall and arms up. If your chest is the reason you're unable to perform the wall angel properly, via restrictions right there, go ahead and grab a lacrosse ball, plug it into the rig like so, or a door frame, lean against it, let that sit and suck for about 30 seconds before you do anything with that. After you've let that sit and suck, you're going to take your arm and take it through different ranges of motion repeatedly, allowing that pec to free up, allowing to be in a better position when doing your wall. So let's say the restriction is not at your chest, but it's more so at your trap and or neck area. So you're going to take a lacrosse ball and place it at that trap where the trap meets the neck, so right around here, and apply force into the ball. So it puts pressure in that area. Now you're going to do the same thing you did from the chest. You're going to take that shoulder, that arm, and move it in different ranges, freeing up that muscle tissue, allowing you to perform the wall angel better. T-spine is the main issue. You need to unlock it. This would be a way how. You're going to rest your T-spine on a roller. You're going to crush the ground with your low back. You're going to take your arms, put them on both shoulders. You're going to make sure your core is engaged and then try to extend your T-spine over the roller. The moment you stop feeling your core as you extend, you've gone too far. Only go to where you can feel engagement, then come back. Repeat this exercise in that range of motion and then move either up or down the roller to repeat the process, unlocking the entirety of your T-spine.
All right, guys, today we're talking about the content series, still doing assessments. Today's going to be about core rotation. Fun fact, I'm not getting out of bed today because it's my birthday. So I'm just going to lay here and tell you guys some stuff. So, fun fact, the human body should have the ability to both twist and turn to function properly and perform movements and exercises. That's why rotation is also known as a primal pattern. Often when the body has lost the capacity and the ability to rotate, it means that you're probably going to feel pain, discomfort in certain areas, especially around your spine. So in the next story, I'm going to show you an assessment I use at times to assess a person's ability to rotate their core to determine whether or not they're at risk or currently do have low back pain. All right. If you've watched my content series this week, then you might be interested in getting your own fitness assessment. That is the good news, is I'm giving away 3 free virtual fitness assessments. All you got to do is select yes in the next story, in the next poll, and I could pick you.